What's going on, Chase? How you doing, brother? Mike D in the house, making chips. Hey, Kirkcott, how are you guys? We've just got this glued on because it's only about 1.5 inches thick, so that's just glued on. It's not screwed on. So we're taking it easy. Hope you guys are having a great day. Please smash that like button for me. Definitely relaxing. I'm going to put a mask on. It's pretty dusty. You know, let's do something we never do. Let's turn on that dust collection right there. See if it even works. Yep, we got airflow. Nice. All right, we're gonna let that run and get some of the dust out of here. Hey, Plywood, thank you. I use routers all the time to route. I use hand routers and router tables. The tables, I use them for making grooves in wood. Where's everybody watching from? I'm in the United States in Oklahoma. But I'm not a cowboy and I do not own cowboy boots. So if you want to make salad bowls, I would use something with a closed grain like walnut or maple or cherry. I would not use oak. Bluefield, West Virginia. If you guys aren't following Chase with New Beginnings Woodworks, you should. He's killing it. He makes these beautiful Bible boxes and a lot of different pins right now, and he does a lot more than that. Welcome, John from California. Now we have to, this is glued on, so we have to break the bond with the glue in the wood. So what we're going to use is isopropyl alcohol. Thank you, Todd from LJ Woodworks, for that tip months ago. We're just going to squirt it around here. Be really heavy with it. We're going to let that set, and we're going to pull up the next bowl. While that's breaking it, this will probably take about 5 minutes for that to break apart. Now this one is red oak. Same thing, I glued it on. This is a reclaimed church pew. I've been making a few bowls out of this. I'm gonna try it with this. It's gonna be a little sketchy. But you know, Pilato, what's up, brother? San Diego, nice. I've never been to San Diego. Yeah, guys, if you're not watching Delauder 50, he's got a channel called The Whackin' Shack. You should totally go check him out. He's making all kinds of cool stuff. And he's a good dude. He's really instructional, a lot better than me. Sketchy is my middle name. Mike, you're right. You are. Admit it. At least you admit it. You know, most people can't admit it. I admit it. I'm full of crap half the time. You know what I mean? Woo, baby. Well. It hit my boot. That came off like a champ. Welcome, Bill. Glue doesn't always hold. Yeah, I'm all right. It bounced off and hit the tote. There's a reason I was standing off to the side, but I'm good. So we're not making that one. I'm throwing that piece of junk away. So let's get another one. Hold on. Let me take a minute to thank my sponsor. One of my sponsors, Brad at turningblanks.net. If you need some turning blanks, he has the best in the business with reasonable prices. And if you check my YouTube channel out, I think I've got a 5 or 10% discount code. So this is some of the wood he sent me. Let's turn this kiln dried sycamore. Let's do that. That looks great. Because now we have a free chuck. So let's go do that. That heat gun works like a champ, y'all. Man, Bill, were you on the Shoops live? That's that one. That was a crazy blow up he had. Yeah, if you guys aren't following the Shoops workshop, man, they've got a fun channel. They do a lot of live streams. It's a really good time. All right, I'm going to mask back up. $160,000. Wow, man. Congratulations. Am I going the right way on this thing? Oh, wrong way. I went the wrong way. Dork. It happens. A pneumatic unnailer. I bet that's cool. I'll have to go check that out. "51 likes. All right, guys, let's go to 100. Hey, Mike, send me a message. I still want one of your shirts, man. Thanks, man. See ya. Oh, got a nice little crack. What's crack-a-lackin'? Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Kevin. Whoop, whoop. Man, that's pretty. Pretty ash wood. Rich, what's up, brother? There's that nice little crack. Hey, Rich, when are we doing a Panama YouTube getaway? All right, guys, let's try to get to 100 likes. I'm going to grab a drink. Let's make that other bowl. Hey, Mike, do you have a 3D printer? I didn't know if you did or not. Well, Mike, if you didn't know, all that green stuff, that's from 3D printing. I'm going to have a 3D printing video out this week. It's been pretty fun. Nah, Rich, I thought it'd be fun to have a bunch of us go. I'm planning a Dominican Republic trip next year sometime. All right, let's see if we got enough wood for one more bowl. It's a little off there. Hey, Ed. Yeah, that was elm last night from my yard. This one is, what did I say? Well, it's on the other side. What did I say this one was? We're going to get to making. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Please hit that like button for me. It really helps me out. Thanks a lot. So we're going to make a bowl. Let's add some texture to this one. Appreciate you, plywood. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Got a little bit of tear out right there. Still need to go a little more. That's better. Still a little square right there. Yeah, that's looking good. Just need to go a little more. Nice. That's much better. That's pretty good. That's a good finish. Well, it's got a little bump there. I'm going to go one more time. There we go. All right. All right, let's make the other part. Let's make the mortise. That's a pretty piece of wood, man. I like that. Nice. Let's see if this dude will fit in now. Hopefully we made it big enough. Woo! We did. Okay. I think I said this was beech. No, it's sycamore. That's right. Sycamore. Woo, that's pretty stuff. I like it. That's very nice stuff. Thank you, Brad. turningblanks.net. All right, guys, we're getting close. 87 likes. Thank you guys so much. Please smash that like button for me, and please consider subscribing. Hello, Saeed. Yeah. Hey, Johnny, what's up, man? What's up, Norm? Good morning, Goodwood. Oh, nice, Chase. Send me a picture of it. $95, that's amazing. I don't have a CBN wheel, Chase. I mean, I'm sure I'd get a better finish with it, though. Oh, Jim, that can be rough, man. That reminds me of going to a concealed carry class. Chase, let me show you real quick. Chase, this is what I've got. I've got a Rikon slow speed grinder. So it's got, I think that's my rough wheel at 80, and I think that's 120. And then I have a second one here I hardly ever use. Years ago, a buddy sold me a lot of his extra tools and some wood for very cheap. So that's one of the inherited tools. I just bought that one. But a CBN wheel, man, those things are expensive, but I hear you can get a much better finish. But I'm doing pretty good with that one. Honestly, I prefer traditional tools depending what you're doing. Hey, what's up, Bill? But no, Chase, it's slow speed so that you don't heat up the steel as much. I believe that's why it's slow speed. Yeah, I would, Chase. The CBN, I think, how much are the CBN wheels, Chase? Oh, cool. I'll try to check you out, Bill. It's been going all the time, Kevin. I just hardly use it. Welcome, Susan. Oh, wow, we hit 104 likes. Thank you, guys. Everybody say hi to Ed. He goes by David on YouTube. He's a neighbor of mine, and we're in Boy Scouts together. Woo, that's looking good. Let's get some of that dust off. Okay. Well, thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. Oh, man, that's pretty. We did all right. Got to figure out what I want to put on it for finish. Man, that's pretty. All right, we have sanding sealer. We're going to put on sanding sealer, which only takes about 2 or 3 minutes to dry, and then we're going to put on a finish. I think I'm just going to use boiled linseed oil. I need to make some more. I'm just about out of my homemade sanding sealer. You got your phone back. And you might, if it looks really dry, you can add new oil. It doesn't hurt anything. It's kind of like a cutting board. If you're using a natural oil, you can recoat it and then wipe off the excess after half an hour, and you should be good to go. Oh, and if you're washing these, absolutely, they're going to dry out. It really depends how you're going to use the bowl. Good point, Kevin. Almost dry. That's pretty. I like it. That feels nice. Very nice. Man, that's a nice one. Let's go put some oil on it. Hello. Yeah, this one looks very nice. I think it did pretty good. That turns pretty easily. Oh, Susan, I didn't see that. Susan, you take one part of a thinner. So if you have one part shellac, one part boiled linseed oil, or raw linseed oil, and then what's that? Thinner oil, and then a polyurethane. So I use sorry. So a shellac, one part shellac, one part oil, one part thinner is what I do. But this is boiled linseed oil. Here's the truth. Once all this oil cures, unless you're eating the wood fibers, I mean, I feel like it's considered food safe. So this is sycamore. Man, I like it. And I left that foot on there on purpose to give it kind of a reveal. Hey, Noel. Man, I like this stuff. That was an easy turn. Didn't have a lot of tear out. That's the hard part. The end grain is where you're getting your tear out. Get in there a little bit more. All right. Oh, wow. That's interesting how that's soaking in. Kind of leaving a crappy finish. Oh, no. There it goes. It starts to You know, when you put the finish on is when you really see how well you turned a bowl. So sometimes you think you did good, and then you start putting the finish on. It'll let you know where you should have paid more attention. It's really this. It's usually the end grain, which is what this is. Which is the vertical on a tree. It's the vertical. Yeah, you can see how it's shaded differently. See how it's got those shadings? That's end grain. That just means that's, yeah. You can do what you can do, you know? Oh, thanks, Shoot. Yeah, that shine juice is easy to make. But what we were talking about earlier, Soldier, was a sanding sealer. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me think. You know what? I think I gave you the shine juice recipe, not sanding sealer. Sanding sealer is just, sanding sealer is just 1 part lacquer and I believe 1 part thinner. Sorry. I get a little distracted. I'm multitasking. So here's what it looks like. That's a pretty good looking bowl. So this is sycamore. I like it. And I left a foot on there so you have a little bit of reveal. So yep. See, so at the bottom, I made both of these today on the live. So you got a little shadow line on both of these, and that adds a little more interest, visual interest. See, I left a foot on both of those. So, well, guys, I appreciate you hanging out. Be sure to check out my video this week. I've been 3D printing some jigs for the shop. I'm going to do a quick video on that this week. So I hope you're having a good one. I'll probably be going live maybe tomorrow. I've got to build my son a bookcase. He just moved out a month ago, so he's asking for adult gifts. He wants a bookcase built by his dad. So that was part of his Christmas present. So that's what I'm going to work on tomorrow. So hope you guys have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. See you, Susan. It's not your birthday. Hey, see you, Shoop. Ooh, Shoop says my shine juice is 6-ounce shellac and 1 ounce boiled linseed oil. I always thought they were equal parts. But to be fair with your shine juice, you can change it up. So if you're not getting enough of that oiled look, you can add more oil next time. So see you guys. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you. 117 likes. You guys are killing it. Thank you so much. Later.